Hello and welcome to the Rick Carroll Natatorium. I'm Sean Hagan and alongside of me is Joe Yanni. Today we will be seeing the North Penn Maidens take on the Bensalem Owls. The Maidens are coming off a win against CB West. Joe, what do you think we can expect out of today's meet?
I'm sure we will see a hard-fought battle in the pool. The Maidens have many strong swimmers. Look for Maureen Shriver to lead the Maidens in the 200 free along with the 500 free. Becky Naldasher is also a very strong swimmer in the 100 free. Maureen is more of a long length swimmer, and Becky is one that swims short races and has flat-out speed.
Thanks, Joe. Today, North Penn will be swimming in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and Bensalem will be swimming in lanes 2, 4, and 6. The first event will be the 200 medley relay. In lane 1 for North Penn, we have Laura McMullen, Julie Good, Erin Canan, and Lindsay Whitmer. In lane 3, we have Joanna Clayton, Ashley Jernigan, Rebecca Grant, and Michelle Klein. Lane 5, Maggie Young, Kara Ketterer, Katie Plewinski, and Ashley McNeil. In lane 2 for Bensalem, we have Allison, Bridget, Beth, and Caitlin. In lane 4, we have Kate, Colleen, Rachel, and Tina. In lane 6, we have Jen, Olivia, Jill, and Erin.
In this event, there are 4 swimmers that will each swim 4 strokes. The first stroke is backstroke, as you can see. The next is breast, then fly and free. If you leave early, the whole relay will be disqualified.
Right now you see Joanna Clayton in lane 3 out to an early lead. She'll tag off to Ashley Jernigan.
The swimmer wants to be in motion and ready for the other swimmer to touch the wall. With that, they can have a good push-off.
Here you see Ashley Jernigan and Colleen of Bensalem swimming in lanes 3 and 4. Ashley Jernigan keeping her team in lane 3 out in an early lead. She'll tag off to Rebecca Grant, who will swim the fly. Right now, North Penn has first, second, and fourth. Rebecca Grant increasing her lead over Bensalem. Right now, Katie Plewinski in lane 5 is pulled out to second place. Rebecca Grant will tag off to Rachel Klein in lane 3, who will try to finish it up with the freestyle. Michelle Klein's in the water. She's got about a 2-second lead over second place Bensalem. Right now, North Penn still has first, third, and fourth. Michelle Klein swimming hard in lane 3. It's going to be a race out there in lanes 4 and 5 between Tina and Ashley McNeil. Michelle Klein's going to win it in lane 3 for the team of Joanna Clayton, Ashley Jernigan, Rebecca Grant, and Michelle Klein. Bensalem comes in second. North Penn's team of Maggie Young, Kara Ketterer, Katie Plewinski, and Ashley McNeil comes in third. And the team of Laura McMullen, Julie Good, Erin Canan, and Lindsay Whitmer of North Penn comes in fourth. So North Penn takes first, third, and fourth in that first event. Really good start there for North Penn, wouldn't you say, Joe?
It was a very good start. All the swimmers had good turns at this end of the pool, which made it a nice push-off for a good streamline.
There you see lane 6 finally finishing up. Next event will be the 200 freestyle. In lane 1 for North Penn, we have Jackie Deschelle. Lane 2, Caitlin of Bensalem. Lane 3, we have Maureen Shriver. Lane 4, Megan. Lane 5, Gretchen Sisson. And lane 6 is Kira of Bensalem.
In this event, there are 8 laps and 7 turns. Each swimmer would like to have a good turn and would like to pace themselves. With a good turn, they can have a nice streamline, which will carry them further into the lane before they actually have to start swimming.
This is pretty much going to be a a length event. It's not the longest one of the day, but it definitely takes a lot out of the swimmers. There you see the swimmers taking their blocks. Good start there by all 6 girls.
Now, Sean, you said that this is a distance event. Here, in high school, it is considered a distance event, but in college, it is considered a sprinting event. There are laps like the mile or the 1650, which are 66 laps, is a much longer distance event.
Here you see Maureen Shriver in lane 3, out to an early lead. Like you said before, Maureen Shriver's going to be the North Penn strong swimmer in this event. Right now, Maureen Shriver in first, Megan of Bensalem in second, and it's a race between Gretchen Sisson and Caitlin of Bensalem for third. So right now, Maureen Shriver has a little over 1 second lead. She's increasing her margin. Maureen's pacing herself really good right now. It doesn't look like she's running out of energy. Maureen Shriver's going back. She's going to have 2 more laps. And then she'll be done. So right now, Maureen Shriver in first. Megan of Bensalem in second. Gretchen Sisson in third. Caitlin in fourth. Jackie Deschelle in fifth. And Kara in sixth.
It is very important for her to be picking up speed as we go into these final laps so that she could further her gap between her and the other swimmers.
Megan Shriver finishes first with a time of 2 minutes and 30 hundredths of a second. Very good time for her. In second place, Gretchen Sisson of North Penn finishes with a time of 2 minutes, 7 seconds, and 98 hundredths of a second. In lane 2, Caitlin finished third, and Jackie Deschelle finished fourth for North Penn. So North Penn takes first, second, and fourth. They're off to another, or they have another good race there, taking the majority of the points. There you see Maureen Shriver, your winner in the 200-yard freestyle. Next event here will be the 200 individual medley. In lane 1, we have Carly Myers. Lane 2 is Bridget. In lane 3, Brittany Jernigan. Lane 4, we have Beth. In lane 5, Ashley Jernigan. In lane 6, we have Erin. So watch for the Jernigan sisters in lane 3 and 5 to do pretty good in this event.
In this event, in the 200 IM, one swimmer will swim 4 different strokes. The order is butterfly, back, breast, and then free. An important part to this race are starts and turns. But the most important stroke is breaststroke. Not only coming second, but in between coming third and after 2 of the hardest strokes.
So we're going to focus on the third leg of this race for where the winners are going to be chosen. So right now the girls are in the pool. Brittany Jernigan in lane 3 out to an early lead. Carly Myers out in lane 1 in a close second. And Beth of Bensalem in third. Brittany Jernigan's gonna be in first place after or in second place after the first lap. Right now, Beth of Bensalem out in first. There you see Beth and Brittany swimming the backstroke in lanes 3 and 4. It appears they're going to be the head leaders in this event. So Brittany and Beth are going back for another lap. Here's Brittany Jernigan taking the lead over Beth. She'll then flip over and swim the breaststroke. Here's the crucial stroke that you were talking about earlier. Let's see which one Brittany or Beth will pull out ahead after that. Right now it looks like Beth of Bensalem having the stronger breaststroke over Brittany Jernigan. You hear the coaches and fans cheering on both girls. Not really sure who they're cheering for right now, but they're making enough noise for the girls to hear them, and that's enough to keep them swimming hard. Right now, Beth of Bensalem will be in first with only the freestyle left, so let's see if Brittany Jernigan can outmuscle her in the freestyle. Not too much time left.
The last leg in this race, the freestyle, is one of the ones where you want to sprint the hardest to pull ahead. But most swimmers consider it a hard event after using so many muscle groups in the previous strokes.
Right now, there you see Brittany trying to catch up to Beth, and it looks like Beth of Bensalem will win it by less than a second over Brittany Jernigan. So great race there by both those girls. Ashley Jernigan, Brittany's sister, comes in second, and Carly Myers of North Penn comes in fourth. So North Penn takes second, third, and fourth. They didn't get first, but still another good race for them, wouldn't you say? So after three, the North Penn maidens are out to an early lead. The next event will be the 50 freestyle. In lane 1, we have Ashley McNeil for North Penn. In lane 3, we have Becky Naudasher. Lane 5, Michelle Klein. In lane 2 is Jen. Lane 4 is Allison. And lane 6 is Colleen. Look for Becky Naudasher to pull out ahead early in this event. She normally gets pretty strong starts. And when she gets to the other end of the pool, she normally has a good streamline out. So she's definitely the favorite in this event.
Okay, in this event, in the 50 free, there's only 2 laps by one swimmer. It's a short sprint race. So as soon as the buzzer goes off to start the race, the swimmer wants to get right in there and swim their hardest.
There you see Colleen of Bensalem getting ready to swim this 50-yard freestyle. Like you said, it's only 1 length up and 1 length back. So there can't be a mistake off the blocks or you're pretty much out of this one.
Also in this event, the swimmer wants to take as few breaths as possible. 1 to 2 breaths per lap would be maximum for a good swimmer to take.
Becky Naudasher, like we said, out to the early lead already. North Penn needs a strong swim from her. Right now it looks like North Penn has first, second, and third, with Becky Naudasher out in front, Ashley McNeil in second, and it's a close one for third. But Becky Naudasher takes first, Michelle Klein takes second, and Ashley McNeil takes third. So North Penn sweeps the 50-yard freestyle. Great times there by all 3 girls. Becky Naudasher won by less than a second. And the overall split there, she only beat the 6th place person by less than 4 seconds. So really good race. Great first 4 events for North Penn. They're looking like they're dominating this meet. We're going to take a short break. Come back and join us for today's diving competition on today's telecast here on North Penn Television.
Do you think you have the power to change the world?
I can shape the future, one child at a time.
I know I can make a difference in those children's lives, and I know I have.
Who knows where my influence may stop?
I teach.
I teach.
I teach.
Yes, they're teachers, but to the kids they reach, they're heroes.
I think I have the power to change the world. The influence is always there.
Do you have the power to wake up young minds, to be someone's hero, to change someone's life? Reach for that power. Teach. If you want to make an impact on our future, call 1-800-45-TEACH. Want to change the world?
I teach. I teach.
I teach. I teach.
I teach. I teach.
Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Next trip to the store, look for products made from recycled materials. Then buy them.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide.
Welcome back. We're ready for today's diving competition. The North Penn divers today. Diving first is Nicole Sight. Diving third for North Penn is Kirsten Zeblum. Diving fifth for North Penn is Lauren Dorn. Swimming second for Bensalem is Mara Makani. Swimming fourth for Bensalem is Christine McCorvey. And diving sixth for Bensalem is Hillary Bartholomew. So Nicole Sight will be diving first here for North Penn. Each girl has 6 dives that she will be performing. The first dive is a mandatory dive. It's going to be a reverse layout dive. Degree difficulty on that is 1.4. So each girl has to do that dive first. And then the next 5 dives, they have the decision of their own to make. So Nicole Sight will be the first North Penn diver. There you see her going up on the board. Like I said, this is the mandatory dive that all divers have to do. Its degree difficulty is 1.4. The scores on that are 6, 6, and a 6. Now, Mara McCorney of Bensalem will have the same dive. Scores for her dive are 4 1/2, 4 1/2, and 4 1/2. The next diver will be Kirsten Zeblum. Her dive will be a forward dive, a forward inward pike dive, degree of difficulty 1.3. There's Kirsten's dive. Really good dive there for Kirsten. Kirsten's scores are 5 1/2, 8, and 5 1/2. Really good scores there for Kirsten. So it appears that this first dive is not a mandatory dive. Each girl is doing something different. So there's Christina McCorvey with a forward tuck dive. Her scores were 4 1/2, 5 1/2, and 5. Lauren Dorn will be diving next for North Penn. She'll have a forward pike dive. Degree of difficulty on that is 1.3. Good dive there by Lauren. Scores for her dive are 7, 6, and 5 1/2. Good dive there for her. Next will be Hillary Bartholomew of Bensalem. She'll be attempting a forward front tuck with 1.5 somersaults. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. So this is the toughest dive of the first round by all 6 divers. Very good dive there for Hillary. Her scores are 5 1/2, 5 1/2, and a 5.
These divers are judged upon their approach, form, and the amount of splash. Each diver would like to have good form and little or no splash.
Here you see Nicole Sight She'll be attempting a forward double tuck dive, degree of difficulty 2.2. Good dive there by Nicole. Good scores there for Nicole. Her scores were 5 1/2, 5 and 5. Next diver will be Mara Makani of Bensalem. She'll be attempting a forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is a 1.6. There you see her adjust that bolt there on the side of the diving board. That determines how much spring she gets off of it. She got a little too much spring there. You saw her legs kick over. Her scores on that dive are 4 1/2, 4 1/2, and a 4. Next diver for North Penn will be Kirsten Zeblum. She'll be attempting a reverse dive, or reverse inward pike dive. Degree of difficulty 1.5. This is one of Kirsten's easier dives as far as the degree of difficulty go. Let's see how she does. Good dive there for Kirsten. Her scores are 4 1/2, 5 1/2, and a 5. Next diver is Christine Makani of Bensalem. She'll be attempting a reverse 1.5 somersault in a tuck position. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. She went in a little off balance there into the water that may result on her scores. Her scores are 4 1/2, 4 and a 5. Next diver for North Penn is Lauren Dorn. She'll be attempting a forward dive with 2 somersaults in the pike position. Degree of difficulty 2.3. So the highest degree of difficulty we've seen so far. Let's see how Lauren does. She'll take a walking approach. Good dive there for her. Her face went a little forward as she went into the water, but she got good scores nonetheless. 5, 5, and 5 1/2. Good dive there by Lauren. Final dive in the second round by Hillary Bartholomew will be a forward double somersault dive in a tuck position. Degree of difficulty 2.2. Good dive there by Hillary. Her scores are 6, 5, and 5 1/2. Right now, no divers pulling out to a definite lead. All divers are staying pretty close. Nicole Sight will lead off the third round here with a reverse 1.5 somersault in a tuck position. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. Good dive there by Nicole. She went a little off to her left. I don't know if that was intended so she wouldn't hit the board, but she had good scores, 4, 4 1/2, and 4. Next diver will be Mara of Bensalem. Her dive will be a reverse layout dive. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Good dive there by her. She might not have gotten the height that she wanted there, but her scores are 5, 4, and a 4. Kirsten Zeblum will be diving next for North Penn. Her dive is going to be a reverse dive, a reverse pike dive. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Good dive there by Kirsten. Kirsten's scores are 5, 8, and 5 1/2. Next diver will be Christine Makani of Bensalem. Her dive will be a backward somersault dive in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty is a 1.5. She got a little too much spring off the board there. Her scores are 4 and 1/2, 3 and 4. Her upper body carried over a little bit more than what she would have liked it to do there. Lauren Dorn's third dive will be a front 1.5 somersault or a forward 1.5 inward somersault in a pike position, degree of difficulty 2.4. So a really tough dive here for Lauren. Let's see if she can pull it off. Good dive. Her scores are 4 and 1/2, 6 and 4 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2, 6 and 5 and 1/2. So it seems like the second judge is being more generous than the first and second right now. The next diver will be Hillary of Bensalem. She'll have an inward 1.5 somersault in a tuck position, 2.2 degree difficulty. Good dive there by her. Scores are 5, 5 and 1/2, and 5 and 1/2.
Being about halfway through this diving competition, we have seen some very good dives and some very good scores on both teams of diving.
Nicole Sight will be taking her fourth dive. It'll be a forward 1 somersault with a twist. Degree of difficulty 1.9. Good dive there by her. She should get really good scores. She has straight 5 and 1/2. So very good scores there by the judges for the degree of difficulty there on Nicole's fourth dive. Here's Mara of Bensalem. She'll be attempting a inward tuck dive, degree of difficulty 1.4. Her legs carried over a little bit there, causing a bigger splash than she would have liked. Her scores are 4, 4, and 4 and 1/2. Kirsten Zeblum diving next for North Penn. She'll be attempting a backward double somersault dive, degree of difficulty 2.2. Kirsten's degree of difficulty keeps going up as we go through the diving rotation. Good dive there by her. She didn't exactly get the height she wanted off the board. You saw she didn't go into the water straight, and her scores reflect on that. She had 4 and 1/2, 5 and 4. Next diver, Christine of Bensalem, will be attempting an inward tuck dive, degree of difficulty 1.4. Pretty basic dive there by her. Her scores are 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, and 5. Lauren Dorn's fourth dive will be a reverse 1.5 somersault dive in a pike position. Degree of difficulty 2.4. So Lauren's up in her degree of difficulty as she goes too. Good dive there for her. Her legs carried over a little bit. We'll see what the judges think. 4 and 1/2, a 4 and a 5. Not as good as she would like for that dive. Next diver is Hillary of Bensalem. She'll be attempting a reverse 1.5 somersault dive in a tuck position. Degree of difficulty 2.2. Very similar to the previous dive we saw there by Lauren. And pretty much the same outcome. Her lower body overpowered her upper body and she flipped over. Hillary's scores are 2, 2, and 2. So straight 2s there on that dive. It's going to hurt Hillary's overall total. She was going good until that dive. Nicole Seitz, 5th round of dives. She'll attempt a reverse layout dive, degree of difficulty 1.7. This will be a pretty basic dive. She'll just look for a good entry into the water. Good dive there by her. Her legs carried over a little bit, but her scores are high as usual with 5, 5 1/2, and 5. Next diver is Mara Makani. She'll be attempting a reverse tuck dive, degree of difficulty 1.6. Good dive there by her. She got a good spring off the board. Her scores on that were a 4, 4, and 4 1/2. Next diver is Kirsten Zeblum. She'll be attempting a forward 1.5 somersault with a half a twist, degree of difficulty 2.1. Very nice dive there by Kirsten. Didn't look like she'd pull off the half a twist, but just before she went into the water, she got it in there. Her scores are 5, 2 1/2, and 4. So obviously the second judge either had a different angle or something on that dive, because his scores were a lot farther off than the first and third judge. There you see Kristen McConney of Bensalem attempting a forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Her scores are 4, 4 1/2, and 4. Lauren Dorn will be attempting her 5th dive. It'll be a reverse 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. The degree of difficulty for Lauren's 5th dive is 2.3. She'll use a running approach here. Pretty good dive there by Lauren. Lauren's scores are 4 1/2, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. Hillary will finish up the 5th round of diving here with a reverse somersault dive in a tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. She went in the water a little off balance. Scores are 5, 5 1/2, and 4 1/2. So Nicole Sight here, she'll be taking her last dive. We do not have a diving description for her. So we'll have a bit of a delay here. The judge will have to go over, confirm with the score table on what her actual dive will be. We know it's a degree difficulty of 1.8, but that's all we can tell you right now. So we have a little break in the action. Joe, what do you think about the divers so far?
So far, the divers have done very well. A little slip-ups in between. Overall, they've done very well and had good form. Controlled the splash to a minimum.
We're still waiting for the official to confirm with the judges on what the actual dive by Nicole Sight will be. So Nicole Sight will be attempting a reverse dive, and a reverse layout dive. Degree of difficulty is 1.8. Pretty good dive there by her. Scores on that dive are 5, 5 1/2, and 5. Mara Makani's last dive will be a forward dive with a 1 somersault and 1 twist in the free position. So the first dive in the free position today. Degree of difficulty 1.9. She doesn't get a really good spring off the board there. Scores show that she had 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and 3. So really not the way Mara wanted to finish up her diving day. Kirsten Zeblem's final dive will be a forward double somersault dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Look for a strong finish here by Kirsten. Good dive. Kirsten was feeling a little sick before this meet. They weren't even sure if she'd be able to go, but she came through really strong, especially on that last dive. Her scores were 5 1/2, 5, and 5 1/2. Next diver will be Kristen McCorvey of Bensalem. Her dive will be a forward layout dive with a 1/2 twist, degree of difficulty 1.8. Still waiting for Kristen to go up on the board. Okay, apparently the spectators were making too much noise there for the divers to concentrate, so that was the cause for the delay. Here's Kristen attempting her final dive. She's going to have something big here. Pretty good dive there by her. Scores are 4 1/2, 5, and a 5. Here's Lauren Dorn's final dive of the day. It'll be a forward dive with 1 somersault and 2 twists in the free position. Degree of difficulty 2.3. She's adjusting the board so she can get a little bit more of a spring off of it. Lauren went in the water very off balance there. Her scores are 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and a 4. So that's not the way she wanted to finish up her diving day either. And the final diver of today's meet will be Hillary Bartholomew. Her dive will be in a reverse position, 1 somersault and 1 1/2 twist, also ending in the free position. Degree of difficulty 2.3. The scores for her dive are straight 2s. So that's not the way she wants to end her day either. All 6 divers didn't really have a strong 6th dive, so
divers wanted, I'm sure they wanted to try to finish out strong. They had a good results. They had good results overall. Towards the end, they slipped up a little bit. But for the most part, the diving score should be pretty good.
Okay, we're going to take our final break of today's telecast here between the North Penn Maidens and Bensalem Owls. Come back and join us for the conclusion of this meet here on North Penn Television.
Don't you love that safe, free feeling you get in a pickup truck, Larry?
Yeah, nothing but you, me, the open road, a deer.
Yeah! A cow! Yeah! An ostrich! The village people! The village people?
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Especially in pickup trucks.
I didn't know the village people were doing a road tour.
Uh-oh,
Vince. They're really cracking down on safety belts these days.
What's up, officer?
I'm giving you a ticket for committing an 811.
Safety belt violation.
Compliments of Barney Fife. We never wear safety belts. We're dummies.
Weisenheimers.
He gave us a ticket.
Man's got to do what he's got to do.
Welcome back. I'm Sean Hagan, and alongside of me is Joe Yanni. We're just about ready to get back on the second half of today's swim meet. Next event will be the 100-meter fly. In lane 1, we have Katie Plawinski. Lane 2 is Bridget. Lane 3, Rebecca Grant. Lane 4 is Beth. Lane 5 is Carly Myers. Lane 6 is Erin.
Okay, in this event, there are 4 laps by 1 swimmer. The most important part of this stroke is the legs with the butterfly kick. You need to control the kick.
So that the swimmers are entering the water here. Right now, Beth of Bensalem in lane 4 out to an early lead. Rebecca Grant in lane 3. In second place. She's going to try to catch up to Beth of Bensalem. There you see the first times for the first 2 laps. Beth is increasing her lead over Rebecca Grant.
Most people, when they see this stroke, think that the kick only goes down. But the most important part of the kick is the up part, which gives you more power to go straight.
So right now, Beth of Bensalem will finish first. Rebecca Grant finishes second. Katie Plawinski finishes third. And Bridget of Bensalem finishes fourth. Carly Myers of North Penn finishes fifth. And Erin in lane 6 of Bensalem finishes sixth. Good race there by North Penn, taking second, third, and fifth. Not as strong as they would have liked to have it, but they're still getting the scores. So I'm not really sure on the diving results. I know Lauren Dorn came in first, but that's all we can tell you for right now. The next event will be the 100 freestyle. In lane 1, Julie Good of North Penn. Lane 2 is Caitlin of Bensalem. Lane 3, the girl you got to watch in this event, Becky Nordasher of North Penn. Lane 4 is Megan of Bensalem. Lane 5, Carly Myers. And in lane 6 is Kate of Bensalem.
This event is very similar to the 50 freestyle. It's a sprint event, only this time it is 4 laps. Big part of this race are their starts and their turns.
There you see Kate of Bensalem getting ready. The swimmers are in the water. Becky Nordasher out to the early lead, with Julie Good in lane 1 in a close second. So right now lanes 3, 4, and 5 are in first, second, and third. Becky Nordasher halfway through her 100 freestyle run. Great times there by all 6 girls. Only 5 seconds, the margin of difference. Becky Nordasher increasing her lead by almost a body's length. And Becky Nordasher will win this one with a time of 56 seconds and 56 hundredths of a second. In lane 4, Caitlin finishes of Bensalem. In lane 5, Carly Myers finishes 3rd. And in lane 1, Julie Good finishes 4th. So North Penn takes 1st, 3rd, and 4th. Good race for them. Becky Nordasher, your winner there in the 100-yard freestyle. And next event will be the 500-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Morgan Hayes. In lane 2, we have Rachel. In lane 3, Maureen Shriver of North Penn. In lane 4 is Tina. In lane 5, Erica DeLuigi. Lane 6 is Megan. Maureen Shriver's the length swimmer for North Penn. She wins the majority of her races. This one's definitely going to be the long one. In fact, the longest one of the day.
This event is considered a distance event. It is 20 laps. A big part of this is concentration and pacing yourself. If you don't pace yourself, will be going real fast in the beginning, and you'll slow down tremendously by the end.
This is normally one of North Penn's stronger events. They seem to overpower their opponents in the longer events where you have to pace yourselves and have a lot of endurance. So the girls getting ready to take their blocks. And they will do so. And all 6 girls jump into the water with no full starts. So Maureen Shriver out to a really early lead. She's already a body's length in front of the rest of the field. So she's just going to have to watch and make sure she can pace herself for the rest of the race, because if she tires herself out in the first half of this race or so, it'll be hard for her to finish the next half. But right now she's flying through the field. First 2 laps she has a time of 27 seconds, 94 hundredths of a second. So right now she's gotten to the point where we're not going to even see any of her other opponents in the screen just because she's swimming so fast. She's blowing away the rest of the field here in the early going. She's only done 4 laps so far. There you see, great time for her, clocking in under a minute. Right now, Maureen will touch this ball. That'll be her 5th lap already. So she's a quarter of the way through this 500-yard freestyle. Maureen Shriver, she's done 6 laps. She's got a time of 1 minute, 30 seconds and 19 hundredths of a second. She's just dominating the rest of her opponents.
As you can see on this end of the pool, there's another swimmer holding up a card to help her keep track of her laps. It's also used to show whether they need to pick up speed or how far ahead they are of the next person. That way the swimmer doesn't have to take the time to look to see who's around her.
Maureen Shriver coming down here. This will be her 7th lap, I believe, already. Maureen Shriver still swimming strong. She's lapped 2 Bensalem opponents right now, and she's looking for more. There you see the times. Maureen Shriver with 2 minutes 33 seconds and 67 hundredths of a second. It's still going. She's not seeming to slowing down. She's going to have a great time if she can keep up at this pace. There you see Maureen, no one else in your picture, with a time of 3 minutes 5 seconds. She's still swimming strong. She's got almost a 3/4 pool length lead over the rest of these swimmers. And right now, Maureen Shriver is 11 seconds ahead of the second place swimmer. So we'll see if there you see those counters that we were talking about before. Maureen Shriver on her 15th lap. So she's 3/4 of the way through this. She looks like she'll go on to an easy victory here. Still swimming strong. However, her margin is lowering to only 5 seconds right now, or 27 seconds, I'm sorry. She's a lap ahead of Julie Good.
Soon we will be hearing a gunshot, which is a signal that the lead swimmer is on her final 2 laps.
There it is. Yeah, Maureen has 2 laps left. She's lapped every one of these swimmers at least once. I believe she's lapped the swimmers in lanes 2 and 4 twice. So Maureen Shriver heading up. She's only got about half the length of the pool left, and she's got this one won. She's going to have a great time here. We said she'd be the strong swimmer in this event, but she has a great time clocking in with 5 minutes 14 seconds 13 hundredths of a second. There you see Erica DeLuigi in lane 5. She's in second place, but she still has 2 laps to go. So just to give you some kind of an idea how much faster Maureen Shriver swam. Erica DeLuigi now out there in lane 5. She has only about half the length of the pool left in her run. And she will also clock in with a very good time there for her. That's Morgan Hayes in lane 1. She passed Erica DeLuigi on that last lap, so she has a time of 5 minutes 53 seconds and 7 hundredths of a second. And Erica DeLuigi out there in lane 5 finished with a time of 5 minutes 55 seconds and 57 hundredths of a second. So North Penn takes first, second, and third. Maureen Shriver taking first, Morgan Hayes taking second, Erica DeLuigi taking third. So North Penn sweeps the 500-yard freestyle. All 3 of Bensalem's swimmers are still swimming. And coincidentally, all 3 of them are swimming at the same pace. And it's going to be a race for 4th, 5th, and 6th between those. And Tina in lane 4 will take 4th. Rachel will take 5th. And Megan will take 6th. So out there in lane 6, you still see Megan racing. Unofficially right now, she's placing 6th, but when she finishes, that will be her position. Great race there by the North Penn swimmers, sweeping the second event of this meet. She only has half the length of the pool left. And her final time will be 7 minutes, 35 seconds, and 39 hundredths of a second. Very good time there by all 6 girls. Once again, Maureen Shriver, your winner. Morgan Hayes in second, and Erica DeLuigi finishing in third. So the next event is going to be the 200-yard free relay. In lane 1, the team of Ashley McNeil, Carly Myers, Michelle Klein, and Becky Naudasher. In lane 2, we have Jen, Bridget, Allison, and Caitlin. In lane 3 for North Penn, we have Kim Dingman, Katie Plawinski, Julie Good, and Rebecca Grant. In lane 4, we have Colleen, Kate, Aaron, and Morgan. Lane 5, Jackie Deschelle, Kara Ludwig, Katie Seward, and Rachel McCoe. And in lane 6, wrapping it up for Bensalem, is Aaron, Ashley, Kyle, and Tasha. This one should be a really good event here. North Penn, another strong event here for them. Right now it appears that they have the lead in this overall team meet. I'm not exactly sure on the total so far. And Joe will give you guys a little bit of an insight on what this 200-yard free relay is all about.
Okay, the 200 free relay is 8 laps. 4 swimmers will be going 2 laps each. Both the teams seem to have their faster sprint swimmers in the race. So this should be a fast-paced event and should have good results.
Yeah, you don't see girls like Maureen Shriver, Ashley Jernigan in this race because they're more of the long type races that they have the endurance to run.
But Ashley McNeil and Becky Naudasher are in this race.
Right now, lane 3 of Kim Dingman's team out to an early lead. She'll tag off to Katie Plawinski, who will try to keep the lead there for them. Right now, Katie Plawinski in first. Kate in lane 4 in second, and Kara Ludwig's team is in third. Katie Plawinski increasing her lead over the rest of the field. She'll tag off to Julie Good. Good entrance into the water. She'll try to get even a bigger lead for the final leg of their team, Rebecca Grant. Right now, lane 3 is in first, lane 4 is in second, and lane 5 is in third. Julie Good, you see, will tag off to Rebecca Grant in lane 3. So right now, North Penn having first, second, and fifth. Rachel McCoe's going to have a strong final leg here in lane 5 if she's going to want to catch the Bensalem swimmer in lane 4. However, Rebecca Grant's going to win it over there in lane 3. The team of Kim Dingman, Katie Plawinski, Julie Good, and Rebecca Grant takes first place with a time of 1 minute, 44 seconds, and 44 hundredths of a second. In lane 2 for Bensalem, or lane 4 for Bensalem, I'm sorry, Colleen, Kate, Aaron, and Megan take second. In lane 5 for North Penn, Jackie Deschelle, Kara Ludwig, Katie Seward, and Rachel McCall take third. Bensalem takes fourth. In lane 1, Ashley McNeil, Carly Myers, Michelle Klein, and Becky Naudasher take fifth. And over there in lane 6, Tasha is still swimming for Bensalem. So North Penn takes first, third, and fifth. Not the kind of results that they'd really like out of this event. This is normally one of their stronger events. So it looks like the overall points are going to be pretty close when this meet is set and over. Once again, the team of Kim Dingman, Katie Plawinski, Julie Good, and Rebecca Grant win the 200 free relay. Next event will be the 100-yard backstroke. In lane 1, swimming for North Penn is Laura McMullen. In lane 3, Brittany Jernigan. In lane 5, Joanna Clayton. In lane 2, swimming for Bensalem is Allison. Lane 4 is Jen. And in lane 6 is Kira. Look for strong performances here by Brittany Jernigan. Normally the coaches will put the stronger swimmers in lanes 3 and 4 because they're right in the middle of the pool for everyone to see.
In this event, there are two kinds of starts. A traditional start where they start in the water with the feet on the gutter and the hands on the handles. The other start, which most North Penn swimmers use, is a stand-up start where they have the majority of their weight outside of the water, holding onto the back of the block.
Here you see two of the North Penn girls in lanes 3 and 5, Brittany Jernigan and Joanna Clayton, using that out-of-the-water technique. And the other lanes 1, 2, 4, and 6 using the in-the-water starting technique. So not really sure which one's more beneficial right now. Brittany Jernigan out to an early lead in lane 3. Brittany Jernigan in first place, Jen of Bensalem in second, and Joanna Clayton's in third.
A swimmer in this event wants to have a long, straight arm as opposed to her arm bent at the elbow. It will help push more force underwater and help her glide faster.
Brittany Jernigan still your leader. It's going to be a close one between her and Jen of Bensalem. They're swimming as hard as they can. And Brittany Jernigan's going to win it by almost just a little over 30 hundredths of a second. So a very close race there between Brittany and Jen. North Penn takes first, third, and fifth. So Brittany Jernigan wins it. Jen of Bensalem comes in second. Joanna Clayton in lane 5 for North Penn takes third. Allison of Bensalem takes fourth. And Laura McMullen takes fifth for North Penn. So North Penn takes first, third, and fifth. Next event will be the 100 breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Lindsay Whitmer. Lane 2 is Colleen. Lane 3, Ashley Jernigan. Lane 4, we have Jackie. In lane 5, Kara Ketterer. And in lane 6 is Betty. So look for the North Penn girls to try to rally on this event. They haven't been getting the kind of results they'd normally get. That might either be a sign that Bensalem's just a really strong team and they're giving them a lot of competition, or the North Penn girls just aren't swimming as hard as usual. But I've heard a lot of good things about Bensalem, so they're definitely giving them a run for their money here. So the girls take the blocks.
Once the swimmer jumps off the block, they are allowed one pull and one kick underneath the water before they come up to start the stroke. That is where they want to glide the most. They are also allowed this after every turn. The kick in this event is very important. It's a whip, and it will propel you through the water if you're in streamlined position.
Right now, Ashley Jernigan in lane 3, leading the race for North Penn. She's halfway done. North Penn has first, second, and third. Right now, Ashley Jernigan in first, Kara Ketterer in second, and Lindsay Whitmer in third. So Ashley Jernigan with a little over half the length of the pool remaining. Looks like she's going to win this one. It's going to be a good event for North Penn, though. They take first, second, and third. So Ashley Jernigan finishes first with a time of 1 minute, 12 seconds, and 14 hundredths of a second. Kara Ketterer finishes second with a time of 1 minute 14 seconds and 26 hundredths of a second. Lindsay Whitmer in lane 1 finishes with a time of 1 minute 16 seconds and 67 hundredths of a second. And so North Penn sweeps another one, and that's their third one of the event, or of the meet, I'm sorry. And we'll be going into the final event of today's meet. It will be the 400-yard freestyle relay. Lane 1, we have the team of Carly Myers, Maureen Shriver, Becky Naudasher, and Brittany Jernigan. So you see a wide variety of swimming strength there in lane 1. Lane 2, we have Beth, Megan, Kate, and Jen. Lane 3, Ashley McNeil, Joanna Clayton, Gretchen Sisson, and Rebecca Grant. Lane 4 is Megan, Rachel, Aaron, and Kira. Lane 5, we have Kim Digman, Colleen Good, Amanda Catch, and Kristen Lewis. And in lane 6, we have Jen, Jill, Heather, and Olivia of Bensalem. Joe, what are the focus areas here for the 400-yard freestyle?
In this event, it is very similar to the 200 freestyle, except each swimmer will now swim 4 laps. A quick start is good, and a good exchange. To have a good exchange, you would like not to watch the person touch the wall, but to be in motion as they glide into the wall so that you can jump off quicker.
So the teams are just about ready to start here in this 400-yard freestyle.
This is also similar to the 200 medley relay, where if a false start occurs, the entire team will be disqualified.
Which does not happen this time, so we'll get to see a good race by all 6 lanes. Right now, Ashley McNeil puts her team out to an early lead in lane 3. However, Kim Dingman in lane 5 and Carly Myers keeping it close for second and third. Ashley McNeil still has the lead. Close race here in lanes 3 and 5. Kim Digman might have the edge over Ashley McNeil just by a little bit here. We'll see when they come back and get the splits. Ashley McNeil will tag off to Joanna Clayton, and Kim Digman will tag off to Colleen Good. Really good times there. Kim Digman finished with 20 hundredths of a second faster. So we'll see if Joanna Clayton can pick up those lost seconds and catch Colleen Good. Right now, Joanna Clayton appears to be in first. Right now, North Penn in first, second, and fourth. In lane 4, Bensalem, they're in second. So Joanna Clayton increasing her lead right now over Colleen Good. She'll have one more lap of the pool, then she'll tag off to Gretchen Sisson. So Joanna Clayton, the fastest swimmer on that group of girls. Gretchen Sisson in the water, lane 3, has a time of 1 minute 57 seconds and 28 hundredths of a second. Out there in lane 2, Amanda Catch is now swimming for North Penn. She's going to have to swim really hard if she's going to want to catch Gretchen Sisson. And over in lane 1, Becky Naudasher is trying to catch Bensalem team in lane 4. She's swimming really hard. Gretchen Sisson still out in first, Amanda Catch in second, and Erin of Bensalem is in third. Becky Naudasher not giving up. She's going to try to give her team in lane 1 a chance to get a third place finish here. Gretchen Sisson will tag off to Rebecca Grant, who will swim the last leg of this 400-yard freestyle. Amanda Catch in lane 5. She'll tag off to Krista Lewis. You see there in your screen. So right now, Rebecca Grant's team is in first. Kristen Lewis is in second. And it's a close one in third. It's going to be a race between Brittany Jernigan and Kira of Bensalem. Brittany's a really strong swimmer. And looks like she's already passed Kira. Going back to the leaders, Rebecca Grant in lane 3. She's still your leader. In lane 5, Kristen Lewis. She is second. And Brittany Jernigan, your new third place swimmer in lane 1. So the first place finishing team is the team of Ashley McNeil, Joanna Clayton, and Gretchen Sisson and Rebecca Grant. Good race there. They had a time of 3 minutes, 52 seconds, and 62 hundredths of a second. In lane 5, Kim Dingman, Colleen Good, Amanda Catch, and Kristen Lewis finished second with a time of 4 minutes, 1 second, and 99 hundredths of a second. In lane 1, the team of Carly Myers, Maureen Shriver, Becky Naudasher, and Brittany Jernigan finished third. In fourth place, Megan, Rachel, Aaron, and Kieran of Bensalem take fourth. So, and in lanes 2 and 6, teams are still swimming. So North Penn takes first, second, and third in this 12th and final event. Olivia over in lane 6, swimming really hard for Bensalem. She's just going to finish this one up. And she'll clock in with an overall time of 5 minutes, 10 seconds, 91 hundredths of a second. And once again, the team of Ashley McNeil, Joanna Clayton, Gretchen Sisson, and Rebecca Grant takes first. So, good final event there for North Penn.
Overall today, North Penn dominated almost every event and came in first almost every event. 3 of them were sweeps where they came in first, second, and third place.
Look for a good season here by North Penn. If they win this one, they stay undefeated in the early going of this season, which is a great stat to have. There you see the Bensalem Owls swimming team having a little chant after their meet. They seem to be really happy with their performance. So some of the highlights of today, we saw Maureen Shriver win the 500 free, Becky Naudasher win the 50 free. All the girls played a really important role in today's meet. And the North Penn and Bensalem swim teams will will shake hands, showing good sportsmanship here. No matter who wins or loses this game, whoever wins or loses this meet, it was an overall good good showing here by both girls' teams. There you see some of the North Penn girls. We're here in the newly dedicated Rick Carroll Natatorium. It was dedicated to Rick Carroll. He was a swimming coach, swimming instructor. He did so much for the swimming program here at North Penn. North Penn dedicated it to him under his name. It's truly an honor for him. We have a lot of memorials and stuff here at North Penn, but this is truly one of the most honorable things that could happen. There's Mr. Carroll. He does so much here at North Penn for these swimming teams, guys and girls.
He is also a swimming official for the PIAA.
And the girls, they're done their meet, but they're right back into the pool practicing. So they don't ever get a break. They're in here before school, after school, all night long, just swimming laps, getting their endurance better.
But they definitely show that in their meets.
Laura, are you joining us? Now?
So the overall scores are in. North Penn beats Bensalem 154-54. Good meet by North Penn. And they remain undefeated here in the early going of the 1999-2000 season. And that's going to do it for today's telecast. Once again, North Penn wins it. Next to me, Joe Yanni, I'm Sean Hagan. Thanks for watching here on North Penn Television.